आप सभी को नमस्कार। हम काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय में स्वतंत्रता भवन परिसर में हैं और यहाँ पर काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय का 105वां दीक्षांत समारोह संपन्न होने जा रहा है। चलते हैं, देखते हैं उसकी झलकियाँ। आज 12 दिसंबर है।
चीफ गेस्ट यही है ना, ये बीसी साहब है,
बीसी सर और चीफ गेस्ट नीति आयोग के मेंबर जो हैं।
मैडम नहीं का एक लोग छूट रहे, थोड़ा बोलो नहीं।
माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय, साथ ही निवेदन है माननीय कुलपति महोदय से आग्रह है आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय से एवं श्रद्धेय कुलगुरु महोदय से
Declare the convocation open.
तद्वं संबोधनांसि जानतां देवाभागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते। शिवाय मयस्कराय शंकराय, शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय।
Dr. Vijay Kumar Shaskar, respected Vice Chancellor, esteemed Registrar, distinguished Academic Council members, Executive Council members, professors, proud graduates, their parents, and honored guests. A very warm welcome and heartfelt welcome to the 105th convocation of our esteemed university. Today we gathered to celebrate not just the academic achievements, but the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance and growth. It is privileged to have among us Dr. Vijay Kumar Shastri, who is a visionary scientist, a nation builder, whose pioneering leadership in India's missiles and strategic defense system has shaped the country's technological self-reliance. His contribution from the Prithvi and Agni 5 missiles to the Methanol Economic Initiative reflect a rare blend of scientific brilliance, strategic foresight. केवल एक महान शिक्षाविद थे, बल्कि राष्ट्र निर्माण के एक अद्वितीय पुरोधा भी थे, जिन्होंने शिक्षा को चरित्र, नागरिकता और सेवा से जोड़ने का स्वप्न देखा था। आज जब हमारे स्नातक जीवन की नई यात्रा पर अग्रसर हो रहे हैं, हम उनसे यही अपेक्षा करते हैं कि वे महामना के आदर्शों के सत्य, त्याग, करुणा और राष्ट्र सेवा को अपने जीवन में उतारेंगे और समाज में सकारात्मक परिवर्तन के वाहक बनेंगे। धन्यवाद।
Convocation of the Academic Council of the Banaras Hindu University has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who, in the examinations recently held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates stand forward. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degrees for which you are severally candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in thought, word and deed conduct yourself as becoming of members of this university? Do you promise that to the utmost of your opportunity and ability, you will support and promote the cause of morality and sound learning?
Who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science Agriculture, Master of Technology in Food Science Technology, Master of Technology in Dairy Technology.
I admit the candidates present and those who are absent to their respective degrees of Doctor of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Philosophy, and other postgraduate and graduate degrees of this university, and charge them that in their life and conduct they prove themselves worthy of the same.
Highest CGPA amongst all master degree final examination 2025. She is also awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MA Sanskrit final examination 2025. Shri Tuhin Par. Average amongst all undergraduate degree final examination 2025. He is awarded late Maharaja Vibhuti Narayan Singh Gold Medal for securing highest CGPA amongst all undergraduate degree final examination 2025. He is also awarded BHU medal for securing first position at BPA Instrumental Flute final examination 2020.
आगे है उसके बाद जो नीचे मोबाइल करिए ना सर भाई आगे कैसे दिखेगा तो जब आदमी
She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at NPA Instrumental Tabla final examination 2025. For securing first position in MSc Botany final examination 2025. BHU medal for securing first position in BSc Honours Mathematics final examination 2025. Sri Niket Nath. Position in Acharya Vyakaran, final examination 2025. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in Shastri Honours Final Examination 2025. Priya Ojha for securing first position in BSc Nursing Final Examination 2024. Medal for securing first position in MD Dermatology, Venerology and Leprosy Final Examination 2024. Pharma Final Examination 2024. In BDS Final Examination 2023. First position in MDS Final Examination 2025. Shri Hriday Ladhiani, Management and Industrial Relations, MPMIR Final Examination 2025. BHU medal for securing first position in BA Honours History Final Examination 2025. Year 2025. Medal for securing first position in MCOM Final Examination 2025. Awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MBA Agri-Business Final Examination 2025. Examination 2025. Year 2025. Miss Turlapati at LLB Honours Final Examination 2025. For securing first position at LLM Final Examination 2025. Medal for securing first position at MFA Applied Arts Final Examination 2025. In Environmental Sciences, Environmental Technology Final Examination 2025. At BSc Honours Agriculture Final Examination 2025. In first position at Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry Final Examination 2025. Examination 2025.
the truth, practice virtue, neglect not the duty, not the study of the Veda, have brought an acceptable offering to the teacher, do not cut off the line of progeny, do not swerve from the truth, do not swerve from virtue, do not neglect what is beneficial, do not neglect what leads to greatness, do not neglect learning and teaching, do not neglect the duties due to the gods and to the forefathers. Let thy mother be a god unto thee. Let thy father be a god unto thee. Let thy teacher be a god unto thee. Let thy guest be a god unto thee. Let thy country be a god unto thee. Whatever actions are irreproachable, those should be practiced and no others. The good deeds performed by us, those should be observed by thee and no others. Whoever Brahmanas are superior to us, they should be revered by thee by the offering of a seat. Give with faith, never without faith. Give with plenty, with modesty, with fear, with sympathy. If there should arise in thy mind doubt with regard to any act or doubt with regard to conduct, should there be Brahmanas of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh, and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case, so shouldst thou conduct thyself in such a case. Now with regard to things ill spoken, should there be Brahmanas of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh, and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case, so should thou conduct thyself in such a case. Thus indeed should this be observed. O Snatakas, bear this well in your heart and act in guided by the vision of our revered founder, Mahamahapandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji. BHU continues to uphold its glorious legacy of scholarship, research, and contribution to nation building.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, my dear very great friend and colleague for many years, Dr. Chaturvedi, Registrar, Deans of the institutions, Heads of the departments, distinguished guests, faculty members and staff members, proud parents and the graduating students of Banaras Hindu University, मेरा आप सबको हार्दिक अभिनंदन और नमस्कार।
हेलो भैया।
आप लोगों के मध्य 105वें कन्वोकेशन में भाग लेने में मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि मैं इस संस्थान के जो कि बड़ी एस्टीम इंस्टीट्यूशन में मानी जाती है उसके कन्वोकेशन में भाग ले रहा हूँ। ये मेरे लिए गर्व की बात है। आज का दिन आप लोगों के लिए एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन है क्योंकि आप न केवल डिग्रीज ले रहे हैं पर यह आपके एकेडमिक जर्नी का कंप्लीशन ही नहीं है। मेरे हिसाब से तो ये बहुत बड़ी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की शुरुआत है जिसमें कि आप भविष्य में एक देश के आर्किटेक्ट बनेंगे जो हमारे देश को एक नया आयाम देगा पुराने आने वाले समय में। मैं सब स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने आज डिग्री हासिल की है उनको हार्दिक बधाई देना चाहूँगा। उन सब फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को जिन्होंने अथक परिश्रम के साथ आप लोगों को शिक्षा प्रदान की और जिन्होंने आप लोगों को इस आयाम तक लेके आए उनको भी मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा। और जो प्राउड पेरेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने आपका साथ दिया इस शिक्षा को ग्रहण करने में उनको भी मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा। Since the inception of this institution in 1916. BHU has stood as a temple of knowledge for students from across the nation. It has been conceived under the leadership of Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. The university was imagined not merely as an educational institution, but as a national mission, where there is a place for character building, intellect and service that will shape your future. Malviya ji believed deeply in the power of education to strengthen India. Long before the idea of interdisciplinary studies came into the existence, the envisioned education as not only the study of science and technology, but also the combination of the ancient wisdom and cultural knowledge. उनका जो कमिटमेंट था नेशन बिल्डिंग में, वो अभी भी हमारे बीच में इको करता रहता है, जो इस कैंपस के कॉरिडोर में आप लोगों ने अपनी शिक्षा के दौरान मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि महसूस किया होगा. BHU has played a stellar role in the independence movement and has evolved into one of the greatest centers of learning in the country. It has produced freedom fighters, builders of the modern India, contributing to national progress through renowned scholars, artists, scientists, and technologists. The legacy is not just history, it is the foundation upon which you now stand. The university's journey today, मुझे बताया गया था कि आप NAC 8 का स्टेटस प्राप्त कर चुके हैं. It mirrors your own transformation from seekers of knowledge to creators of solutions. Looking at you today, I see architects of modern India who will design tomorrow's infrastructure, technologists who will democratize innovation, and leaders who will navigate complexity with wisdom. You represent the finest outcome of India's educational ecosystem, equipped with the knowledge that spans from artificial intelligence to sustainable engineering and management sciences and applied research. जब मैं डॉक्टर चतुर्वेदी के साथ खड़ा होकर आप लोगों को मेडल दे रहा था, तो मैंने देखा कि विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में आप लोगों ने योग्यता प्राप्त की है और एक्सेल किया है, चाहे वो एग्रीकल्चर हो, मेडिसिन हो, डेंटल साइंस हो, लॉ हो, कॉमर्स हो. इस बात से पता लगता है कि इस विश्वविद्यालय का स्पैन कितना वाइड है और आपका जो रिसर्च है, आपका जो कार्य है, वो इस देश को कहाँ ले जा सकता है. Friends, India is at an inflection point today. It stands today at a moment of profound transformation. मैं ये बात इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि 2015 में जब हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने साइंस कांग्रेस में पहला भाषण दिया था, तो उन्होंने हमको एक आह्वान दिया था. हमें ये आह्वान दिया था कि हम जो भी रिसर्च, जो भी कार्य कर रहे हैं, उसमें बदलाव लाएं. उस बदलाव को उन्होंने कहा था कि हम एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के रूप में उसे लाएं और जो हम नॉलेज जनरेट कर रहे हैं, उस नॉलेज को ट्रांसलेट करें और उसको देश के लिए उपयोगी बनाएं, देश की इकोनॉमी के लिए उसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए उसको आगे बढ़ाएं. तो ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का दौर उन्होंने शुरू किया और मैंने देखा जब डॉक्टर चतुर्वेदी जी अपना भाषण दे रहे थे कि BHU ने किस तरह से प्रोग्रेस की है, तो मैंने देखा कि इस संस्था से स्टार्टअप बने हैं, IP बने हैं, आपने इंक्यूबेशन किया है, आपने टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर किया है और अच्छे पब्लिकेशंस भी की हैं. तो इस बात से जाहिर होता है कि एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का दौर जो हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था उसकी शुरुआत हो चुकी है और मैं इस बात के लिए सब लोगों को, BHU के अध्यापकों को, विद्यार्थियों को और कुलपति जी को, सबको धन्यवाद करता हूँ। For decades our national narrative centered around catching up. हम लोग हमेशा कैचअप मोड में रहे। अगर आप देखेंगे कि हमारे जितनी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं वो बाहर से टेक्नोलॉजी लाती हैं, उनके साथ प्रोड्यूस करती हैं, अपनी तरफ से अपना कोई जिसको कहते हैं ओरिजिनल थिंकिंग के साथ हमने काम बहुत कम किया है। तो ये जो कैचिंग मोड है, in industrial capacity, research output and global influence, I think this has to change. Actually, this era is now behind us. We are now moving into a phase where the objective is not merely to achieve Viksit Bharat 2047, but to position the country as one that shapes global agenda, defines technological standards and sets the direction of sustainable and inclusive development. मैं इस बात पर बहुत जोर देना चाहूँगा कि हमें जो डेवलपमेंट करना है वो इंक्लूसिव हो, कोई हमारे देश में पीछे न रहता है। जो डिफरेंस है हैव नॉट्स में रहा है अभी तक वो सबसे कम हो जाए। तो ये एक विशेष बात है कि इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट पर विशेष ध्यान देना होगा। फ्रॉम डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दैट इज नाउ स्टडीड वर्ल्ड वाइड, इंडिया का डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बहुत जगह चर्चा होती है। मैं आपको बताऊं, मैं इस बात के लिए वहाँ गया था, पेरिस में गया था, जहाँ हमारे हिंदुस्तान के डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के बारे में बातचीत थी। मैंने वो भाषण दिया। तो हमारा UPI, हमारा जो डिजिटल स्टैक आज है, उसके विभिन्न देशों में कॉपी करना सकते हैं। ये एक ऐसी गैंग है जिसमें हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है। तो ये जो डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, इसका हमें उपयोग करना है। ये डीप टेक के साथ है और इंडिया इज ट्रांजिशनिंग फ्रॉम जस्ट merely a participant but into a patient. This century will belong to societies that harness the power of imagination, innovation and resilience of their young population. India's strength lies precisely there. You know, we have the greatest demographic advantage. हमारे पास 35 साल से कम उम्र के जो है 453 मिलियन यंग पीपल, और ये हमारे देश की सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ है। Because of this young population, our Honorable Prime Minister has said that youth and women-led growth of this nation for it to become a developed nation by 2047. I think it is the greatest responsibility. आप लोगों में टैलेंट है, आप में एम्बिशन है, और आप लोगों ने जैसा कि मैंने देखा, देयर इज अ विलिंगनेस टू कंट्रीब्यूट। इन सब के साथ मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो आह्वान 2047 में विकसित भारत का हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिया है, उसमें आप बहुत अच्छा योगदान देंगे। हमारा इतिहास बताता है that there have been period of national transformation which have often been propelled by the vision and the energy of the young generation. You all represent the very front line of that possibility. अभी जो मैंने बात की इनोवेशन, तो इनोवेशन एंड ट्रांसलेशनल रिसर्च का जो आह्वान हुआ है, हमें उसके बारे में बात करना है। Your graduation today is not the end of the learning, it is the beginning of a new phase of your life. Your journey here at BHU has equipped you with the intellectual tools, your ethical framework to navigate the real world in the way you will appreciate more deeply with time. The years ahead will demand not only the academic preparation, but the ability to translate knowledge into meaningful action. Meeting the challenges will require a combination of technical skills, design thinking methodologies and an awareness of societal needs. आप सोच रहे होंगे मैंने डिजाइन थिंकिंग में नाम लिया तो मैं इंजीनियर हूँ इसलिए बात कर रहा हूँ। मैं आप लोगों को ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि डिजाइन थिंकिंग चाहे कोई इंजीनियर हो, चाहे सोशल साइंस हो, चाहे पॉलिटिकल साइंस हो, चाहे लॉ हो, ये एक तरह का कार्य करने का, सोचने का और प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट का, किसी भी चीज़ को अचीव करने का एक तरीका है। नाम इसको दिया गया है डिजाइन थिंकिंग, पर हम सब लोग को इसका उपयोग करना है। और मैं चाहूँगा कि हमारे अध्यापक गण जो यहाँ हैं वो अपने क्लासेस में इसको इंट्रोड्यूस करें, जिससे जो है टू क्रिएट एन अवेयरनेस ऑफ सोसाइटल नीड्स। Innovation is not merely about technology, it is the ability to look at the world differently. Design thinking encourages us to observe society closely, understand people's needs and create solutions that are not only efficient but empathetic. Whether in healthcare, diagnostics, climate smart agriculture, mobility systems, cyber security, urban planning, the ability to solve problems with creativity and compassion will increasingly define the leaders shaping the next era. Creativity finds the highest expression when ideas move beyond concept and touch the real lives. हमारे देश की सबसे बड़ी समस्या जो ये है कि हमारे विभिन्न एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस में हम लोग क्रिएटिव हैं, पर उस क्रिएटिविटी को हम आगे नहीं ले जाते हैं, उसको एक्शन में नहीं ले जाते हैं। हम लोग कहते हैं, यही बात हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने थे, हम लोगों ने पब्लिकेशन कर लिया, हम खुश हो गए। बस उस पब्लिकेशन को एक प्रोडक्ट में हम डेवलप करें, उसको मार्केट में ले जाए, तब जर्नी पूरी होती है। For India to lead globally, we must transcend from innovators to entrepreneurs, from ideas to enterprises, and from labs to markets. This means developing intellectual property, building prototypes, filing patents, launching ventures, competing internationally, and solving problems at scale. India has a very rich cultural heritage. और BHU के अलावा इस बात को कौन जानता है? यहाँ पे तो मालवीय जी ने इतना अच्छा कल्चरल फाउंडेशन रखा है। So, as we innovate for the future, it is equally important to draw strength from the knowledge systems that have shaped our civilizational journey. For centuries, India has contributed foundational insights in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, architecture, metallurgy, and systems thinking. Today, as the world seeks sustainability, disruptive technologies, and holistic approaches to science, the cultural heritage of India offers highly valuable pathways. Yoga, Ayurveda, holistic nutrition, traditional materials, ecological practices all provide rich starting points for innovation when paired with modern science. Your task is not to choose between tradition and modernity, but your task is to harmonize them. You take modern science with the traditional knowledge, put them together, and create a new pathway which the Western world will never be able to understand. So that is what we are expecting from all of you. You are creating leadership for the new era. The complexities of the world you enter requires a new kind of leadership, which is rooted not in power, but in purpose. हम लोग पावर के लिए नहीं है, हमें एक पर्पस की तरफ जाना है, हमें एक गोल सेट करना है, हमें उस गोल को चेज करना है, उस गोल की तरफ आगे बढ़ना है। A timeless principle captures the ethos. Vidya Vinayam Shobhate, knowledge shines through humility. And that is what we have to follow. Humility is not a limitation. लोग ने ये सोचा कि ह्यूमिलिटी है तो नहीं, it is a strength. It keeps you open to learning, collaboration and growth. Alongside humility, your leadership is also shaped by integrity, empathy discipline, lifelong learning, and collaboration. These founding principles have been constantly reflected in the life of Malviyaji. When leadership is practiced with such values, it naturally multiplies opportunities for others. I would like to share with you, based upon my life's experience, that what all you have to do to be a transformation leader. That will gain true success in your life as problem solvers, you must include some abilities to remain competitive in the dynamic world. A few things I might like to indicate to you. You have to be creative, you have to be curious and observe things carefully, you have to be enthusiastic, never get upset and run away from problems, set your goals clearly and work to achieve them, be ethical and maintain highest standards of professional excellence and personal integrity. Move ahead with grit and determination, lead from the front, setting an example and striving to serve the others. Be wise in choosing. Every choice matters. Improve decision-making capabilities through risk assessment. Assume full responsibility and take the lead in showing directions. Engage in projects that combine technology, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. Serve the nation in small and big ways. Innovation, volunteering, or leading by example. I want to quote here Buddha, a prince, philosopher, saint, and teacher, who mentored the professionals in an excellent manner. To quote, he said, "We are what we think we are. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Unquote. Sustaining such leadership requires inner balance. I see a lot of people who get disturbed. I think a focused mind and steady spirit enable leadership that is wise, courageous, and compassionate. In a world of constant change, cultivate resilience, care for your well-being, remain rooted in your values, and make room for reflection. As I mentioned to you, youth have a major role to play for making India Atmanirbhar. The choices you make in the years ahead will shape not only your individual journey, but the trajectory of the nation itself. As a graduating class of 2025, we stand at a moment when India is redefining its place in the world. Your professional decisions, your innovative spirit, and your commitment to ethical leadership will determine how confidently the nation moves in the next era. The scale of the responsibility is immense, but so is your capability. As you build your careers, remember the communities that guided you and the mentors who invested in you, in your potential. Honor their trust and efforts by directing your knowledge towards service through mentorship, ethical leadership, and expanding opportunities where it is scarce. To meet the demands of rapidly evolving world, cultivate the discipline to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Technology will shift, paradigms will change, and assumptions will be challenged. To stay at par with the ever-changing world, you will require intellectual agility and the humility to re-examine your own conclusions. And do not fear failures. The journey of innovation is rarely linear. Take calculated risks, experiment boldly, and treat setbacks as learning opportunities. These feedbacks will help you refine your judgments, sharpen your insights, and strengthen your resolve. Often the difference between success and failure is not talent, but tenacity. Those who ultimately succeed are frequently those who refuse to surrender their purpose. I would like to conclude, friends, by saying, belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person, may it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself but to quote Swami Vivekananda. He said, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Do not believe that you are half crazy lunatics, as most of us do nowadays. Stand up and express the divinity within you. Unquote. He also said, again to quote, the life is short. The variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. Unquote. So friends, let us all live for the growth of our nation and welfare of our countrymen. I congratulate you once again and wish each and every one of you very prosperous, rewarding life ahead.